Thanks, Lee. So, Britt Vitalius, you are the president of the Southern Maine Landlord Association. To talk a little more about the tenant-landlord relationship in something like this. So, first of all, who pays for the extermination fees if bed bugs are found on a rental property?
Yeah, the responsibility really is shared between the tenant and the landlord. The tenant has an obligation to tell the landlord immediately if they suspect there's a bed bug in their unit or an infestation, but then it's the landlord's responsibility to get a professional into the unit and to pay for the extermination.
Is there a time frame on that, or if someone gets frustrated with the landlord not getting it done quickly?
From notification to the landlord should get someone in there to inspect within 5 days. And really that's just good practice. Nobody wants those bed bugs in the unit, so they should get someone right in, a licensed professional within 5 days. And after that, then the tenant has to comply. And a lot of times there's preparation that needs to be done or access that needs to be had by the professionals in order to do the treatments.
So even if the tenant is responsible for bringing those bed bugs in, it's the landlord's responsibility to pay for it?
That's exactly right. Yes, the bed bugs usually don't walk down the street and come in the unit, and the landlords don't usually bring them in. So it usually is somehow through the tenant, but inadvertently. But the responsibility does fall to the landlord to treat and to pay for the treatment.
We talked about that 5-day window there. If you are the tenant and you're frustrated that your landlord is not getting that done, are there steps you can take?
Yeah, the ordinance doesn't say who should take care of it, but there are penalties for landlords if it's not complied with. So check with your attorney if they're not playing along and doing what they should. But it's rare that the landlords don't want to comply. Nobody wants bed bugs in the building.
So that landlord could be hit with a fine if they are not taking care of it.
Absolutely. Yep. This is state law. The landlord needs to get someone in there within 5 days and needs to treat the unit and pay for the treatment. Now, there's also it's clear in the ordinance that the tenant needs to comply, and if they don't comply, can be responsible for paying for the treatment.
All right, Britt, great information. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks very much.
Lee?